So there's code on screen, pause if you need to look at it at any length. Not that, I mean, it's a lot to take in, so I'll explain it later. But as we move into the thing here, that was a fast transition because I hit the wrong transition button. But the other thing I want to mention, if Future Jordan didn't change the thumbnail, is that, yeah, this is also going to be a hot test because I'm testing a quick fix that I did because I forgot that bosses can trigger endings, so that's all I was trying to say. We get an Eldritch Parasite Goizo run, but maybe it'll be okay because we should be able to fight most enemies comfortably. Otherwise, I'll explain the Eldritch Parasite, right? Yeah, Eldritch Parasite. Or was it something else? Am I going crazy? I might be going crazy. I feel like I'm going crazy. I thought it was something different. Never mind, Eldritch Parasite. But yeah, I'll explain what the code was and other stuff that I changed in a moment. So as I get into Eldritch Parasite Goizo custom character, we're going to take the action speed because we can't heal anyway. So funny enough, Goizo doesn't do anything because we can't heal HP anyway. The interesting thing to note, and this is going to be a perfect secondary test, is that I want to see if this still triggers the other passive that I had checked on, and it should have triggered now, but it doesn't. So that's interesting to note. So Eldritch Parasite nullifies the exact change I wanted to make. But we'll still do this video. This won't be a point video, because the other thing I want to check as we get Sailors, Metamorphosis, Painting, Taxi, and Hobo, never mind. We're gonna see it next time. You know, no, I'm gonna force seashells here. So we're gonna force seashells. Valentine's is not supposed to exist because I was testing something else. So we'll do seashells, Hobo, Mermaids, Painting, Metamorphosis, but we do need to take seashells early because normally if you decide to play seashells on your own by downloading the mystery and playing it on your own, you will not have what I'm about to run into. But if you but for me specifically, basically I added a boss fight. Again, if the thumbnail didn't already show it. Meanwhile, the code that you saw earlier, and I'll keep checking it again. So this spell exists to kind of check if my kick action will deal extra damage. I messed up kind of the text because I was trying to make sure the mystery and the boss triggered as expected. I didn't do really any specific perm stuff. I just wanted to make things harder on myself on top of the check here. The check, this quote-unquote spell was supposed to be kind of the more perm version, mechanics that I implemented, but Eldritch Parasite doesn't trigger. And specifically what it's supposed to trigger is that every time I gain stamina, so apparently, or maybe it's just an exception where Eldritch Parasite, because when you heal stamina, I don't know if stamina gained tracks from when you get the stamina increase, or it calculates the stamina increase, or when it senses where stamina should increase, if that makes any sense. If you get what I mean, if you don't worry about it. Basically, I mean, the way it's functioning now should actually logically remove the passive. The passive being extra damage on kicks if this character heals stamina at any point. And there's supposed to be a message log that shows if stamina does increase, but since it's not, I know that it's not triggering because in the same line of code, which I don't think was part of the code snippet because that was part of the check here, but yeah, in the same part of the code, a message will be thrown to the player, but that's also but right after the variable gets switched to say, hey, this is happening. So let's take seashells now. I just realized as I take seashells, I am fighting a boss, and it's not like the most original boss. If it's shown on the thumbnail, it's literally just the Sailor's boss on Timeline B. But because we don't see that boss a lot, I figure I'm just gonna throw it into seashells until I find a better idea. I wanted to be kind of like a seashell monster, but I'll make do with the little placeholder that I have. So yeah, alternatively speaking, can we reason into a kick? Because Prey I tested out also procs this, but it doesn't because I can't heal stamina at all. So I can't get any bonuses from the passive that I've set, which is part of the continue change curse, but I haven't put it anywhere. Actually, I have lines. I was gonna give this character another status to show that it has that passive, but I guess I can fit it here, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, let's move on. But otherwise, not really much else to the run. Let's try our best to survive. I also just realized we're not on Harbinger, but Eldritch Parasite, you know what? I figured we'll just do what we do here. I guess this is going to be a point episode because I just forgot about the fact that I didn't set myself on Harbinger. No wonder I wasn't taking as much damage. But anyway, if nothing else, we're going to show off what we have here today. So, we're not taking stamina damage at all. That makes me quite sad. But this character does still have her passive that speeds me up after every successful, or after we defeat an enemy, basically. And if we run away, we lose 1 reason instead. But that's the trade-off we have here. So, as we get closer, again, this is going to be a hot test, because all I did is flip a variable just to make sure that the ending doesn't proc after the boss, which literally ending equals 1, and now it equals 0, because I didn't want it to proc the ending, and we're fighting this now seashell impossible in the thing, but I could theoretically just set the background, because you can set sprites to a background. I don't know if that breaks anything, though. It probably is fine, though. So, we're just gonna keep bracing here. Actually, no. We're just gonna throw out kicks. Do we just throw out kicks? Yeah, we just throw out kicks, because we get more possible damage from doing 3 kicks per 2 all, as opposed to 1 kick per 1 all. So yeah, I should have equipped this demon mask earlier, but I didn't want to lose the stamina, but it's fine for the moment. Could have also brainworms into demon mask. Yeah, that was probably the better decision, because now I just lost a bunch of damage for no reason. But yeah, now everything works out. I didn't get smash cut to the ending, which is kind of logical. I just forgot, because I literally... Okay, the reason why I was running into the bug I ran into is because I copy-pasted off of the piano mystery, because seashells and piano are made from the same person. So I just like, oh, I'll just use their boss, and I didn't flip ending to 0. So metamorphosis, yeah, metamorphosis now. So we're gonna fight another big chunky boss, but maybe it's fine. We can equip the demon mask, and I guess just throw out kicks for the rest of the run. So we'll save on Doom, but that's not the issue here. Yeah, it's really unfortunate that we have Eldritch Parasite on top of Goizo, even though you're trying to not to rest on Goizo anyway. Eldritch Parasite just like makes everything worse. So, and in that way, Kathak Eldritch Parasite would be harder than Goizo Parasite, because the doom you spent running away in Kathak would be the doom you would recover on Eldritch Parasite. But since you can't recover, you basically get more worth out of what you're doing, as opposed to Kathak Eldritch Parasite. Hopefully I didn't just say everything wrong. Yeah, Kathak Eldritch Parasite, where you are able to run and not take damage. Let me repeat that. The Goizo part. So Goizo, you can't rest and recover, but you can run away. I guess that's fine. Actually, I'm going crazy. I'm going absolutely insane. Never mind. I don't know what I was saying earlier. I'm not even tired right now. Oh, what am I doing with my life? We're going to throw out kicks. I think we might take... I'm going to watch for the stamina bug, because every time I doubt myself, I'm like, is there really a bug here? But I feel like there is. So, again, if we want to make sure, let's keep an eye on our stamina. But, okay, yeah, we did take 4 stamina there, if you saw. I went from 18 to 14 for... some unexplained reason. But other than that, 20% do moving into our 4th mystery. The problem is we can't recover any HP, so we just keep moving on. Mermaids into painting, burns, yeah, and we can run away, so let's make use of that and cross our fingers and hope. But otherwise, yeah, I didn't get to show off the passive. We'll do it in the next episode, because I was gonna plan to tweak seashells with perm stuff, just because I felt like it. If anyone wants code or something, you can try to reach out to me, because I can't... I would probably have to tidy things up, because I have all my files all over the place. Like, I probably have like a .xcf, which is mainly for, specific photo editing software in the directory. So I'd have to take those out, put them in another directory or folder before I send anything to anyone in a zip file, because otherwise I'm going to zip it up and then it'll be like 2 megabytes bigger than expected, and that's because I'll leave those files in. But we'll notice a face, take the doom. We have 6 reason and a lot of hope that we are coping with. So yeah, we'll do our best. Since we were missing charisma, we should double up on we're missing charisma, double up on charisma to just in case we have the charisma check, because I'm just making this video fast, because I later on have to stream at the time of this recording. So yeah, oh, that's more reason I'm going crazy. Morbid inspiration, funny enough. You're probably trying not to lose just as much reason as you have on Eldritch Parasite, as we're forced to lose reason there. But it's funny that the fact that, yeah, I'm losing reason and getting experience, but that's not going to save me if I just keep losing reason. That being said, if I remember my events, I wouldn't have as much of a problem. I wouldn't have much of a problem in a lot of games. Oh my goodness, I can't remember anything, but I failed because of a modifier, so... Nope. So you know what? Let's continue onward. We'll try to survive. If I want to just throw everything to the wind, I'd fight the boss. But, hey, how fast are we now? We can definitely fit 3 kicks. Are we going to hit all of these? Because this is actually 5 damage. Crits would actually help out. So basically, the crit does 4 damage. I don't... Even if I could, I don't think I'd want to add damage to the base damage of an attack. The reason why that specific phrasing is important is because base damage is doubled by Desperate Struggle, and normally you would think, oh yeah, I want that, but that would make certain things stronger unless you could control whether or not something is base damage or something, or extra damage, like I want crits to add to base damage, or maybe I just want it to remain as extra damage, which is what you have right now. Maybe there is a way to do it. Again, though, I didn't have a lot of time. I literally spent the last hour just getting all of this set up, and I can't even show you the passive because on Eldritch Parasite you can't get the stamina. But yeah, any stamina increase will proc this passive, and once you get it, it's not like you can store it. It only lasts for one attack. Therefore, an interesting thing you can do, as you get a sneak preview of the next episode most likely, and we'll try to avoid Eldritch Parasite, is that you can pray in the middle of a turn because that increases your stamina. Funny enough, that doesn't throw the message log that would come with setting the variable, but I know it procs because you get the damage from it afterward. So we do have Charisma. Unfortunately, I don't think we get to level up. We'd have to pass all 3 checks, which we do not because of Strength. Because, yeah, Strength. So, look, not really much else to say. What we have is what we get, and I think even with the reason increase, we would, yeah, because we don't even have a light source. Well, we did have a light source, but the point is I have a charisma check anyway, so I guess I'll just see you in the next video. See you.